Hello everyone. In the previous videos, we have discussed about the identities and we solved various questions based on that identities. I hope you have completed that many questions up to question number 7 in using that identities. Now, this is video number 7. We are continuing the algebraic identities for chapter polynomial for class 9. We have did up to a plus b whole cube. We have used this identity as a cube plus b cube plus 3a. I am writing the expanded form 3a square b plus 3ab square, and the next was a minus b whole cube was a cube minus b cube minus 3a square b plus 3ab square, because negative is positive. Some more questions based on these two identities we will discuss. Question number 8. Factorize. If you carefully observe and compare the expanded form, the right hand side, like 8a cube can be written down as 2a whole cube plus b or b cube plus, here the next term must be 3a square. So 2a square into b, and check whether you are getting 12a square b. 4, 2 square is 4, 4 into 3 gives you 12a square b. Yes, you will get the third term. In the same way, the next last term is in the form of 3ab square. 3 times a is your 2a and b is b square. Now check, are you getting 6ab square? 3 into 2, 6, a into b square. Yes, it is 6ab square. So now it is exact in the form of a plus b whole cube. Now what is your a here? Your a is 2a and b value is b. So this is your factorization. You can write down in product form as 2a plus b, 3 times 2a plus b and 2a plus b, or directly write down 2a plus b whole cube. It's your answer number first. Now in the same way, 8, second part, 27 is the cube of 3 p whole cube. We can write down 216 1 by 6 whole cube. You must learn the cube up to 15. You must learn the cubes up to all natural number up to 15. 1 cube you write down in your copy, 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, 4 cube and up to 15 cube. It's your homework. And square number up to 30. 30, up to 31 to 30 natural numbers, square number must be learned, and the cube up to 15 must be learned. That is very useful for direct use. Minus, the next term must be 3ab square. Sorry, 3a square b, 3, your a is 3p whole square into b is 1 by 6. Don't put minus because we are already negative sign. We are putting 3 and check whether you are getting the third term or not. 3 and 6 will be cancelled. This will be 2. 3 square is 9 by 2. P square, yes, verify. The last term is plus 3ab square. 3p and b square is 1 by 6 square. Now check. 9 by 36. Yes, it is 1 by 4 p. So what is your a? If you compare, this is our a is 3p and b is 1 by 6. So this is your factorization completed for question number 8. Now question number 9. Question number 9 has two parts. I have taken first part. I hope the second part you will able to do. This is the identity as well. This identity you must learn also. X plus y cube. Why it is x plus y cube? X cube plus y cube is x plus y into x square minus xy plus y square. This we have to verify. So if we pick the first identity, in place of A you put X and in place of B you put Y. X for 9. We know the identity X plus Y whole cube is X cube plus Y cube plus 3x square Y plus 3xy square, isn't it? So, but we need x cube plus y cube. Leaving this values here, put all the values in the left hand side. Can you write down x cube plus y cube and then x plus y whole cube? Interchanging the position so that it will be easy for us to write down x plus y cube as it is x plus y whole cube. Bring these two values here. Use the compact form instead of expanded form. What was the compact form? 3x. See, I am writing here the compact form which we have written in the previous video. 3xy. This is x plus y. Bring this value here. So, can you write down 3xy and x plus y? Remember, this sign will not be, this full is a single term, only this sign will be changed. So, when you transform into other side, this will be minus 3xy, x into x plus y. X plus y, now how many terms? 2 terms. First term, second term. X plus y, can you take common? What will be left? X plus y whole square minus 3xy will be left. Now the identity x plus y as it is, write down x plus y whole square. You know the identity a square plus b square plus 2ab, so 2xy minus 3xy already here you write down. X plus y x square 2xy minus xy, what? This will be minus xy and plus y square. So hence it is verified. So remember this, in many places this we use as identity. This is also an identity. I hope this understood. So for minus sign you do by your own. So x cube plus y cube, remember this is x plus y in first bracket. Next bracket is x square minus xy plus y square. Its second part was for minus sign x cube minus y cube. So this is an identity also. This we derive from the previous identity. The second part is your homework. You do it by your own. I am writing its result x minus y x square, the second bracket all positive, xy plus y square. Now let us discuss question number 10. Question number 10. 64 cube minus 343 n cube. 64 n cube. So now this is similar to this identity which we have proved just now. A cube minus b cube. Can we write down this as 64 is a cube of which number? 4. 4m whole cube. Minus 343 is a cube of 7. 7n cube. What is the value of A? 4m. The value of B? 7n. Directly apply this, already given in factorized form only. So in the first bracket A minus B, 4m minus 7n, and in second bracket 4m square plus 4m into 7n plus 7n whole square. Solve this and rewrite. 4m minus 7n, 4m square gives you 16m square plus 28mn, and the last term is 49n square. So this is your solution for question number 10. Now more questions we are going to solve now. This is another very important identity of class 9. This is introduced in class 9. X cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz is always written as x plus y plus z in one bracket multiplied by x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz and minus zx. One condition is applied. If x plus y plus z is 0, whenever this term is 0, obviously 0 multiplied by any term is 0. So, x cube plus y cube plus z cube can be written as 3xyz. This is also very important result. Now, based on this identity, we will discuss the questions from exercise 2.5, question number 11. 27x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 9xyz, factorize this. Compare it with this identity. The value of x in place of 27x cube, we can write down 3x whole cube plus y cube plus z cube minus, this will be 3 into 3x into y into z. So 3 into 3 is 9xyz. So what is your value of x? Is 3x, b is your y, and last this z is z. Apply this identity. 3x plus y plus z in first bracket. Second bracket is 3x square. So this will be your 3x square plus y square plus z square minus xy. First two term multiplication, 3x into y, minus second and third y and z minus z into 3x. Simplify this. 3x plus y plus z in first term. 3x square gives you 9x square plus y square plus z square minus 3xy minus yz minus 3zx. This completes your factorization. No further calculation you can do. For question number 12, verify this is same identity, x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz, but written in different form, half x plus y plus z into x minus y whole square plus y minus z whole square plus z minus x whole square. So how can you verify this? The left hand side is same as this. The right hand side, what you have to do is half x plus y plus z, write down as it is. You know the identity of a minus b whole square. Apply this here, a minus b whole square. When you expand it, you will get 2 times x square plus 2 times y square plus 2 times z square. Same way, 2 times everything. So 2 is taken outside, 2 and this 2 will be cancelled, and you will get the same result. So question number 12, I hope you will solve by your own. 13 also an easy part, do by your own. That was a condition. I'll explain you the condition. Question number 13 was, if x plus y plus z equals to 0, so show that x cube plus y cube plus z cube equals to 3xyz. So you can solve this by x plus y equals to minus z. Can we write down? Taking cube in both sides, we will get x plus y whole cube and equals to minus z whole cube. Question number 13 is to show this condition. So I am solving for you. X cube plus y cube plus 3xy x plus y. We have already studied this identity, minus z cube. Bring this z cube here, what you will get? X cube plus y cube. This is x plus y. What you can write down? X plus y is minus z. So 3xy, this is minus z, and plus z cube equal to 0. Can we write down? So now x cube plus y cube plus z cube, this z if you multiply minus 3xyz, bring it minus 3xyz and equal to 0. When you bring in the next step, x cube plus y cube plus z cube, bring this 3xy z in other side. So this is your solution. Now check question number 14. Question number 14. Now here we use this condition. The complete question was calculate this without taking cube or using proper identity. So what is the value of A is minus 12, B is 7 and C is, rewrite this as xyz because we have already written here xyz, so take it as x. Let me denote this by x, y and z as 5. What you will get if you add all the three? Minus 12 plus 7 plus 5. 12 minus 12 gives you 0. When the sum of three term is 0, remember the cube, x cube plus y cube. So we know that the cube of all the three is always 3xyz. So no need to take the cube of all these big numbers. You apply directly this formula. So this is what was your x minus 12 and y is 7 and z is 5. If you multiply it, you will get the solution. Understood? What are the possible dimension? Question number 16. Question number 16. 15th and 16 both the same form. In 16, that was this is a volume of, they are telling that this is a volume of a cuboid. In question number 15, it was rectangle, only this much difference was there. So 15 you do, 16 one part I will show you, the rest part you do by your own. What are the possible dimension if the volume of a cube is represented by 12k y square plus 8ky minus 20k. Here actually what is the volume of cuboid? It is length into breadth into height. So we have nothing to do with the formula of cuboid. The simple meaning of this question is factorize this. If you factorize, you will get three terms. One represents the length, the other one represents the breadth and the third represents the height. So can you take anything common from 12? First term, second term and third term? Yes, you can take 4k. So here you will get 3y square plus 2y and last minus 5. Already we know, we have done the factorization. 4k, write down as it is. First and the last term you multiply, 3 into minus 5 gives you minus 15. Find out two numbers whose multiplication gives you minus 15 and the sum or the difference gives you the middle term. Clearly it will be 5 and 2, 5 and 3. So, but here since it is positive sign, give positive sign to the bigger value and this negative sign to the smaller value. 3y square plus 5y minus 3y minus 5. So 4k, this from first to take common y, 3y plus 5. What is common? Nothing, means 1. 1 is a common factor of every number. 3y plus 5. So this gives you 4k. 3y plus 5 and y minus 1. So respectively, this is length, breadth and height. So this is your all polynomials of NCERT book. But one more video I am going to make for you to discuss some extra questions, some very important extra questions from exemplar and reference book. Till then you complete your NCERT, all exercises and all questions in your classwork copy.